Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is player profile time once again for the South Range Raiders. DJ Yoakley here. And now I'm joined by a young man who he has done so much in his career. He has landed so many things at the level of speaking of. I'll tell you what, this kid, he's special. Let's just put it that way. He is absolutely special. He is going to be making his way to West Virginia University, and he is not done yet on the baseball field. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we bring in South Range Senior, Mr. Logan Baxter. Bax, what's up, buddy?
What's up? What's going on?
It's been a while, and we talked a little bit before we jumped on here. This is long overdue. You have done so much in your time at South Range, and you have filled in every single role that they've ever asked you to do. And I know Coach Hannock absolutely loves having a utility guy like you, but you specialize. I mean, when most people are just jack of all trades, you specialize in all of them. For you, over the years, what has been your favorite spot to play for the South Range Raiders?
Um, I mean, I've played shortstop a lot. Pitching kind of came and went. I got injured my sophomore year, so I couldn't do that. And this year I had to step in the role of catcher when Will was hurt. It was a different experience. Let's say that I haven't caught in a really long time, but I'd probably say shortstop, just kind of being that guy that can like control the entire team, like be there to help my guys. I think that's my favorite role.
And it's funny you say that, you haven't caught in a long time, but those that remember you catching know how good of a catcher you are, filling in for Will a little bit because he had injuries this year. Just being able to place you wherever. What is it about your game that you feel kind of translates to every position? Is it just knowing how to play so many positions, or is it just being overly athletic?
I'd say it's more of, like, just knowing the game. I've played for such a long time that, like, I think I know what to do in almost every situation, and I think that helps. So, like, moving spots doesn't really bother me. So, like, I can go to a different spot and just kind of keep playing my game. It doesn't really affect me in a different way.
You have been as clutch as it gets, man. I mean, if you were any more clutch, they would put you in a Chevy. For you, when you're up there and you're swinging, and you've got runners at second and third, and it's a high pressure, high intensity situation. What's going through your mind mentally? What are you looking for? Are you calm, or are you just better with a fast heart rate?
I'd say I'm a little bit calm. I kind of like when I get up there, I think like I can do this. Like this is my time to do it. I don't know. I've been in some of those situations before. I know that's my fourth year playing, so um, it's just like I get up there and I just think like, do your job, do whatever you can to get these guys in, and whatever happens, happens.
Yesterday in the district semifinals against United, you came through again in the clutch, really putting that separator between South Range and United, and really propelling you into the district final game. This will be your fourth district final game as part of your class. You and three other seniors have never known anything but getting district title. For you, is that the expectation? I asked Coach Hannock yesterday, is this the expectation? He said, we have pretty high expectations for ourselves, win the league, and then go on and do things in the playoffs. But for you to not get a district title, is it a letdown for your particular class?
I think it is kind of the expectation. Going there 3 straight years, now a fourth, and winning it 3 straight years. I think it kind of puts that pressure on you to kind of perform. And when you get out there, I think like you got eyes watching you. You gotta put on a show basically. And yeah, I think Coach Hannon holds us to that expectation a lot. He kind of reminds us of it, even if this year the league didn't go our way. So he kind of said, "Put it behind you. Let's focus on districts. Let's get ready for playoffs. Let's do whatever we can." And I think just being a part of the three years before and seeing what they like the seniors that carry themselves, how they carry themselves, I think that's important to keep going and keep that legacy going.
With you guys not winning the league, I hate to push back on it, but does it? I mean, this is probably the best league that we've seen in the NE8 for some time,
Mm.
competitive wise. So with that level of competition, playing day in day out regularly, especially with all the rainouts we had, Do you feel like it was iron sharpening iron, and it set you guys and really put you in a place to have a nice playoff run?
For sure. I mean, a couple of those teams I could see. I mean, I just saw Hubbard make a good run, and they were one run away from keep going, and so like I mean, playing in this league, it's hard. I mean, you get everybody's best, especially when we won the league for 2 or 3 years straight. I mean, you're gonna get everybody's best, so you got a bullseye on your back. And I think, just going into that league and knowing you're going to get everybody's best, it kind of helps towards that playoffs because you're going to see number one arms. You're going to see, and we play a tough schedule. We're a D3 school. We're playing a lot of D2 schools. So we see a lot of D2 good arms. And I mean, I think not many D3 schools will have the type of arms that these NE8 teams do.
This is a particularly close class. Yourself, you've got Connor, you've got Ty and Luke. For you guys, the four seniors, what makes this season so special, or what can make this season so special in comparison to years prior?
I think it is that we're so close. I mean, I've known Luke since I was probably in like second grade. I've played with Tyler and Luke for, I don't know, 8 years since I was like 10, 12. So being with those guys for a long time, I mean, it just kind of, we know what each other need. We know what's going on. We know what they need to do to succeed. And, Connor came in late, but I've learned a lot about him. I've hung out with him inside and outside of school. So I think us as a core group of seniors, we're more unified than I think a lot of other teams are. So like, and it's only four of us, so it's not like we got a big class. But I think us four are really like close in school. We have a lot of similarities. Like we like the same things and stuff. So I think that's what makes us special, and I think this team could make some special runs with that.
So when you look at South Range as a whole, this area floats and navigates towards football, and everything that happens on and off the football field. But in South Range, there's kind of a level that is expected, and everybody in every program wants to reach. You've been one of the leaders in this baseball program, obviously with your three brothers at the top there, the senior class. Why are there so many great expectations for this baseball program, the Diamond Sports in general at South Range? And how do you guys continue to have people show up within the South Range community to support you along the way?
I think the football team kind of carries a special thing for us. Like we go and support them. So like going to see them succeed so much and how much they have succeeded in the past couple of years, I think it really puts pressure, not pressure, but like it has an expectation on us to do the same. So, and the softball team, and I know basketball teams starting to win. So I think we have some guys who used to play baseball and they come out and support when they can. And I mean, it's just a unity basically at South Range. Like if you go support this sport, they're gonna come support you. It's a lot of support that you get to see out there, and I think it's something special. And just that pressure and that expectation, I think, goes a long way.
I know that wearing the burgundy and gold and that flag on your chest means a heck of a lot to you. For you, when you're suiting up, and especially as a senior, when you don't know, it's win or go home, you don't know when it's going to be the last time that you wear the Raider gear. Why is it so important to you to represent this particular community?
Um, I think because they've been there for me. I mean, even I've been here for 13 years. I've been here since kindergarten, and I grew up watching my brother play baseball, so that was kind of that's who I looked up to. So that's who I wanted to be. So every day, even when I was really little, I was trying to be like him. So I think putting on that jersey, just kind of like a competition thing, but trying to be better than my brother was kind of like a pressure thing. Excuse me. So I think putting that jersey on, like just seeing how much of an impact it has on certain people inside the program. It's not even in the program. It's just like seeing someone like succeed at a high level. It's a really special thing.
You're getting ready to put a bow on this thing. I mean, you've got, best case scenario, you've got what, 4 games left, 3 games left, something like that, as you head towards the district championship tomorrow. For you, what do you want people to remember about Logan Baxter when it's all said and done as the player, the student athlete, the baseball player, and just the overall gentleman that you are today?
I'd say probably just helping my teammates, being there for them, whether it's with baseball or some completely different, maybe school or whatever they got going on. But I think that's more important to me than anything I've really done on the field. I mean, those bonds I've created with some of these people are like life changing. I don't think I'll ever lose these bonds. I've come really close with the kids that I'm playing with now, kids before. I still talk to some people who graduated before, and I know it's just a really special thing to kind of see what being there for your guys does. And I think being a good teammate really, really helps and can really make a team go a long way.
Countdown's on, man. You're getting ready to graduate here. Obviously, look at that smile on your face. You're ready to go. Heading to West Virginia University. Talk to us about kind of the selection process for you. Is where you wanted to head after college, and are you ready to hang up the cleats, or is it just one of those things that you're going to leave it out there? Maybe there could be a Baxter comeback down the line.
I was really set on going somewhere in Ohio for college, but mostly like OISU or Ohio State. But I went down and visited WVU, and I really liked the campus. And to go there, I get in-state tuition, so it's about the same as Ohio State. So, and it's only a 2.5 hour drive, so it's not too far, and I could come back when I want. I think hanging up cleats. I think I am ready, but I mean, there's always potential to come back. I mean, I love this sport. I always love this sport, but playing for so long, I think I've done my job. I've done my part. I feel like letting other guys do their thing. I think it's something special to see, and hopefully, I can come back and see them win some.
So I guess the question begs: if you don't come back as a player, could we see you with one of those coaching hats on? One of the I don't even know. They don't wear coaching hats necessarily anymore. They wear like the shirts, the overshirts. So could you be a potential coach? Can you see yourself coaching one day?
I could. I've liked that even in every sport. I love the technicalities of the game, the just like the fundamentals. Like that's fun to me. So I mean, if Coach Yannick offers, I'll definitely do it down the road. I could see myself being a big part of that coaching staff.
I love that. All right. So off the floor, off the court, off the field, LB, what people want to know stuff about you. So I guess the first question I have for you is what is the go-to food for you when you are after a game? You're like, man, I'm starving. I got to fill up. I got to refuel. What's the go-to food for you?
Uh, I probably have to say big steak guy. So good steak, never could go wrong with that.
Are you cooking your own steak? Are you going out to eat?
Um, doesn't really matter to me. I mean, depends on
Steaks.
where you go, but I think either way, steak, so it's good.
And so you know that everybody judges you based on how your steak is cooked. Uh, how you take your steak, my friend?
I'm a big medium rare guy.
Atta
Feel
boy, atta boy, LB. Way to step it up and be a man right there. Medium rare. I love it. All right. So what are the sides? Every steak dish has sides. What's going on your plate?
Um, I don't know. Not many people are gonna like this, but I'm a big fan of broccoli.
Okay.
So that's
Cooked
usually
or cooked or raw?
cooked,
Okay. Cooked broccoli. Okay. What else?
and then either like a baked potato is probably I'd have to say the second side.
Fully loaded?
No, I just do butter, but
Butter, salt got to a
yeah,
little,
yeah.
what, how they do it? Like this thing, this
I
little
think
salty.
a little bit.
Okay. So if you're not playing baseball, what's your favorite recreation? What do you like to do?
Um, uh, I love playing, basketball. I'll do that often. I used to play, played for 3 years, but um, I just any kind of sport. I don't know why, but I'm just a really big fan of sports. So if someone asked me to go play something, I'd be there in 5 minutes. It's
Video games? You do games?
I do a little
Okay,
bit.
what's the game we're playing right now?
The show.
Naturally. Okay. So, do you play any other games? Like, I'm only like specifically a sports gamer, but like, I hear Fortnite. I hear some of these other games that are Call of Duty. Obviously, is out there right now. Any other games that you're like freakishly good at?
Not really. I'm better at the sports games because I've played that for so long. But I'll get on Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that and play. But I'm not that great. But
Word on the street is you're a pretty good talker as well. You got some chirp to you whenever you're on the field. I think you have to. I mean, it's part of the legacy at South Range. You got to be able to talk the talk because you guys walk the walk. For you, what's your favorite part of talking and chirping out there for baseball?
um, I don't really I don't know. I used to be really quiet. Like early freshman sophomore year, I didn't say anything. Usually the only time I say something is like if someone says something first or it's in a big situation where I kind of like want to get something going. But I think it's seeing like the team rally around you if you say something or something's going on. I think that's pretty cool to see. It gets everyone hyped up, and I think it's just something that every team kind of has.
Have you ever had one good liner against you or delivered a good one liner chirping at the other team that it just absolutely like shut them down or shut you down?
Oh, um, off the top of my head, I don't know if I can think of one. Usually I'm big on just pointing to the scoreboard or something, but
You had a couple good ones yesterday in the on deck circle right in front of me, and you got me to laugh. I'm not gonna lie to you. So kudos for that.
thanks.
Um, for you, as you wrap up your career, um, you know, what are some of the things that you want people to remember about your game? That you worked hard in this scenario, or you worked incredibly hard to get better at this.
Um, I would say definitely where I came as a hitter. Um, my freshman year I got DH4. Sophomore year I started to hit, but eventually got DH4 again. And then last year I hit, but this year I kind of struggled. But as of late it's been coming around. So I want people to know like don't give up. Like no matter what happens, like even if you don't like it or if you don't agree with it, it's gonna come around one way or another, and just believe in yourself, and good things will happen.
Kudos to you, man, because hitting's tough. People don't realize how tough it is to hit, especially at the high school level. And as you move on to college and pro, it never gets easier. I'll tell you that. All right, wrapping things up with this interview, and again, thank you so much for taking time with us today. You got role models, man. You've got so many role models. I'm sure people that have put you in scenarios and situations that have led you to where you are today. Can you give us who your heroes are, who your role models are, and why?
Um, First, I'd probably say my parents. They've always been there for me. They've always given me, what I've asked. Whether it's playing travel baseball for I don't know 10 years now, uh, paying for all that's got to be big. So I mean, them supporting me throughout everything is amazing. And I think my biggest one is my brother. I mean, just watching him when I was little. I mean, he's 7 years older than me, but he was playing baseball when I was really little, and I've always wanted to be like him, and it's something that I kind of take after. I mean, he's going also a mechanical engineer, so I kind of take that after him, and also part of my family. And I'd have to say, just all my teammates before and coaches and teachers. I mean, they've done a lot for me. They've helped me grow as a person, not even on the field or in the classroom or anything like that. But I think being being a part of this community too is something that I will never forget, and I'll try and continue forward through for the younger kids behind me.
Logan Baxter, heck of a baseball player and an even better young man. Head into WVU after this baseball season concludes. Dude, thank you so much for your time. We enjoy watching you, love rooting for you, and we'll continue to do that even after your years at South Range, man. Thanks so much for all the great memories, and good luck to you in the years to come.
Thank you for having me.